Damage control on this water leak is well underway.
It's gonna be a little bit boogery.
Boogery?
That's the texture.
And the light at the end of the tunnel is near.
We are on a mission to finish Leo's room as soon as possible.
Regardless of whatever this weather is doing right now.
The shoulder season here lasts about 3 days.
We're in it right now.
Trent is super excited.
We officially have.
And honestly, how could you not be?
You look like a happy dog.
I am a happy dog. What's up, guys, and good morning. We are here ready to finish this drywall. I think I just put the mud on a little too thick, but now it's nice and dry. I'm gonna take a knife, I'm gonna scrape off all the high ridges, and then I'm gonna start my skim coats. Skim it all up real nice. We're gonna do a light little buff sand, make sure it's nice and smooth. And then the wall and the ceiling will both be ready to paint. I'm hoping we'll be able to at least get it ready for paint today, and then maybe tomorrow we'll get the wall and the ceiling painted, and then we can start painting all the trim in here. And then once all the paint is done, the wall, ceiling, trim, all that stuff, we'll be ready for carpet, and Leo's room will actually be done.
It feels like summertime out here. It feels amazing. There's still a bunch of snow, but it's starting to melt. The sun is out full blast. It's probably only 40 degrees, but 40 degrees up here in the sunlight feels amazing. Are you happy, dogs? Yeah. So much of the roads are scraped down to dirt. It's crazy. It's almost mud season, which is probably the most treacherous time to drive up our mountain. There's these crazy ruts and channels that form in the road from snow melting and cars driving on them, and then they freeze at night when it gets like lower temperatures. And then in the mornings, especially, they're just like frozen, very difficult to drive through ruts. So we're definitely dealing with that, but spring is on the way, the sun is out, the birds are out. Feels amazing.
Come on, Billy. Come on.
This weekend, Billy started clapping for the first time, which is so exciting because now he is so proud of himself when he's clapping and looking at you like, Mom, look what I can do. It's amazing to see the progress. He's still army crawling. He's not up on all fours yet, but he is fast. Trent is in the trenches. Not only is he doing some drywall taping and mudding, which is probably his least favorite part of construction ever, but he went really hard this weekend snowmobiling. It was probably the last good weekend of the season, and so him and the group of guys that he normally goes out with just went for it. The temperatures were a little bit warm, the snow was a little bit slushy, not ideal conditions, which meant everybody was getting stuck. Everybody had to keep shoveling and pulling out other people's sleds, and Trent got a little gung-ho during one of his own self-recoveries.
Basically, I put my sled in reverse and I backed up, and then I tried to blip the throttle and get it on edge, but the sled was still in reverse. When you're exhausted, you make mistakes like that. It actually happens to people on snowmobiles all the time. The problem is I ran myself over backwards and twisted my knee pretty good, so.
You pulled a Jeremy Renner.
I pulled a Jeremy Renner. My knee hurts pretty bad today.
I think he was a little bit more beat up. Luckily, you look like you're okay, but I can tell you're not feeling 100.
I'm emotionally damaged from the drywall, but I'm physically damaged from snowmobiling. So today is just a day about damage control. I'm doing my best. It's gonna be a little bit boogery, and then I'm gonna try and get a sanding block there in the corner and like sand it until it's actually got a nice corner to it.
Wait, boogery?
Boogery.
Is that the texture of the mud?
That's the texture.
Ew.
I'll sand the boogers down, don't worry. The boogers won't be there permanently. Do one more skim coat, a little sand, hopefully be done.
Goodness, it feels so good out here.
Does it?
Don't you think?
You had a stop sign tattooed under your arm. That didn't stop me from getting you to the bar. It was a hard day.
This is so cool, yo. It kind of looks like a capsule.
No, I mean, this all gonna help it not collapse more.
Oh, do you remember what type of piece it is? It's called a support piece.
Yes, cause support.
Support piece. Support pieces are really important. That needs to stay under there.
I'm just touching it. I won't collapse it.
Okay, if you pull it out, it'll collapse. Support pieces are super important.
Oh, over there,
Oh, cool. While we're waiting for all that mudding to dry in Leo's room, we're actually trying to finish up the face. I keep calling them face plates. They're face frames. They're not outlet covers or light switch covers. They are cabinet covers. And we've got one fully sanded and about to be installed. As soon as these are on, we can, I think, paint them and then grab countertops that will go on top of them as well. So many people were worried about the stairs and the stair skirt and saying we should just cut this stair skirt right here.
I think that when you're looking at that, before the cabinets were installed, it looked like this giant thing that was going to be like crazy and in the way.
Mm-hmm.
And now that the cabinet is here, once we get a face frame and a door on there, I mean, there's literally just this little corner here, and nobody's like running and like trying to cut this corner here. This staircase is 54 inches wide.
It's not your natural path that you want to take.
Right.
You know?
And like when you come walking through here, when the cabinet is here and there's a countertop,
Right.
It's not like you're going to be trying to run through the countertop and catching your foot there.
Right.
So I think it will be okay.
We'll see how everything looks fully installed, and if we want to change it in the future, we'll change it.
All right, so I got this faceplate.
Sorry.
You got me. All right, so I got this face frame fully assembled, sanded, wiped down. This is basically ready. I'm gonna throw some glue on the actual cabinet face, and then we'll go ahead and set this up there, get it pin nailed on. As soon as the glue dries and everything is good, we'll probably caulk the edges and then get this thing painted. All right, so I got all the glue put on. I got the face frame nailed on. One of the nails here must have hit a screw or something because it got all bunched up right there. But now I just got to put a little bit of putty in the nail holes here, get that sanded, and then this will be ready for paint.
For some reason, I already thought this was assembled. We gotta build this guy.
Only did one.
At least it's a nice enough day we can build it outside, not make a mess inside.
Yeah, for sure. The thing that sucks about up here is it goes from freezing and cold to scorching and hot. So once you're outside in the summer and the spring, you're like, it's too hot. And then in the winter, you're like, it's freezing. The shoulder season here lasts about 3 days.
We're in it right now.
We're in it right now.
I think this is first spring. There will be multiple springs where it goes spring, winter, spring, winter. We're in first spring right now. Usually there's like 3 or 4 springs, first springs, second springs. Soon it'll be actual spring.
Glue on this puppy, get her nailed together.
It's crazy because it's aquí. Is it aquí? Yeah, aquí in Spanish, and it's ici in French. We just got back from Mexico, and it is so hard to get back into the groove of speaking another language when you haven't been speaking it for a few years. I used to be not fluent, but like very conversational in French. Now it's been, I don't know, years since I've been back to France. I haven't lived there in 12 years. Wow, that's pretty sad. And then when we were traveling in the van in Central and South America, we got pretty good at speaking Spanish because it was the only way we could communicate with most people. You got good too. But it was super fun for me to practice and to speak. I just love languages. But now that it's been a few years, I'm so out of practice. And it's so true what they say, use it or lose it. And I have lost.
Hurry.
What?
Glue on the floor.
Glue on the floor? Trent is losing it. Here.
3 spots. Get them.
Get him. Aquí or ici. Anyway, what I was saying is I love languages and I miss speaking them, and it was very difficult for me to get back into the groove of Spanish. And I felt like just when I was starting to get the hang of it again and comfortable speaking it, we left. Of course, that's how it happens. So we have no excuse. We need to travel more. We need to speak more languages again. It's no secret that Trent gets a little grumpy after he's been working hard. It's been a long day. We haven't had anything for a few hours to eat, but I know that I can always swoop in with an element and change his mood immediately. Element is like kind of one of our superpowers that we've discovered recently. We absolutely love drinking their electrolyte mixes, and today's video is sponsored by Element. Element is a zero sugar electrolyte drink mix born from the growing body of research revealing that optimal health outcomes occur at sodium levels 2 to 3 times government recommendations. Each stick pack delivers a meaningful dose of electrolytes free of sugar, artificial colors, and other dodgy ingredients. Electrolytes are actually a key component of healthy hydration. They help you maintain energy, improve your cognitive function. I actually really probably fell in love with Element when I was in labor with Billy. And Trent just kept giving me elements to drink that I would sip on slowly, and that helped me maintain so much energy, stay very focused and in the zone, and really helped me get through a natural home birth labor with my baby. It's pretty amazing. Definitely sold me on Element, and since then we've been drinking them pretty religiously every single day. Trent, I think you need one of these.
parched. I absolutely love Element. If you guys want to check them out, they actually have a special deal for you right now. If you click the link in our description or go to drinklmnt.com/Trent and Allie, you guys will actually get one free sample pack with all of their flavors with your first purchase. That way you can figure out what flavor is your favorite. My favorite is watermelon. Go ahead and take advantage of their deal. I wanted to say thanks again to Element for sponsoring today's video. Now I'm gonna get back to work. Maybe we get the countertops
Okay.
and mount the countertops
Before doors? Before paint?
before paint.
Okay. Why?
Maybe not.
I don't think it really
I don't know, I'm
matters.
brainstorming.
I don't really think it matters. So if the countertop will be here before the doors will be here, we could.
Well, the countertop we would get at Home Depot. The doors will not be here for a while. We
Okay.
could paint the doors and install them separately because they don't get painted on the cabinet.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out if we want to like caulk everything and get this painted before we put the countertop on.
Probably. That would be my guess.
Anyway, we got this fully mounted. I did have to pull out some of the mounting screws of the actual cabinet before I got the face frame on. So now that this is most likely dried, the glue is dried, and I've got it all pin nailed together, I'm gonna go ahead and put those screws back in to secure this. Yeah, and then maybe I'll do a little bit of caulking and
Cool.
get this thing ready for paint.
Nice.
Why?
Okay, I'm gonna show you a couple ideas and you tell me what you like for your room.
I want gingerbread.
A gingerbread room?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's another idea.
Okay.
That's kind of cool. That's a house, but it's a bed.
I like the big house one.
The really big house one?
Yeah.
Okay. There's like stars over the bed.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
That one.
It's hard because these are kind of rooms for little babies, but you're not a baby anymore. So I want to make it a fun room for you to grow in,
Yeah.
not just for babies, you know?
Yeah, no, just for babies.
Yeah. Yeah. These are cool. And soon you're gonna have a room to sleep in.
I want a chimpy one. That.
It's called teepee.
I want teepee.
Okay.
With a walking horse.
Okay. Good morning. You're so proud of yourself. Let me see, like this. Ready?
What's fun to me? She's helping me to do this game.
What is the game?
What?
Is it sewing?
It's sewing.
Sewing. That's a cool game, huh?
Yeah, that's a cool game.
That was so cute, little Trent, when he was like maybe 2 years old. I see a little bit of Leo, not really any Billy yet.
We're getting right to work this morning. Trent is finishing up caulking and siliconing and puttying all of the holes and gaps on the cabinet faces that we installed yesterday. Brandon and Grayson are finishing up, I think, sanding the baseboards and everything that got puttied and caulked in the bedrooms of the addition. We're pretty close to painting these cabinets in here, as well as painting the baseboard, I think, in some of those bedrooms. And once that's all done, we're pretty much ready for carpet and the rest of flooring. spent a little bit of time wiping down the walls, and Trent and I taped everything off that needs to get repainted. There's a couple like scuff marks that actually just cleaned up really easy. There's a couple other scuff marks that really just need to be painted over. So everything here is pretty much ready. I think before I break out the paint, they are about to hang one more door. We are on a mission to finish Leo's room as soon as possible. So many things have to happen in order for it to be done. But as soon as it's done, we're gonna start having Leo sleep in there. It's just been a little bit difficult to like figure out a good sleeping arrangement for all of us so far. So Leo's room has become our next top priority.
Because both of these bedrooms can just leave their doors closed because they both have return vents.
Oh.
That's probably why this is so hot. Why the bedrooms get so hot. Because it's just blowing that hot air and sucking it right back in.
The plan pretty much this whole time has been for the boys to share a room, for Leo and Billy to both sleep in this back bedroom, but Billy is such a light sleeper, and he's still waking up 2 to 3 times a night for like a nighttime nursing. And we're kind of at that stage where we let him like cry for a minute or two, because sometimes he just goes right back to sleep. But crying for a minute or two wakes up Leo. It's really difficult to figure out how to get them to share a room together and not wake each other up, not be woken up by each other. I would love to make it happen, but if anyone has tips on how to get through that, do we just do it and they figure it out and they get used to each other's cries and like movements and noises, or should we separate them? Because the other option is to put Billy in the office, which Trent is kind of leaning toward, because then we know that everyone will sleep better. But I would still like for them to share a room, even though I know it will be a very exhausting trial and error. What are you eating?
Pasta.
Is it good?
But I'm not eating pasta.
Hey Leo, what did we talk about? Who invented pasta?
Italian.
Italians! Who do we know that's Italian?
I'm Italian.
You're Italian? Me too!
I'm the rainbow Italian.
You're a ring bearer Italian. Who else is Italian?
No, he's
And
Italian.
Nonu!
And that's Italian.
Dad is not Italian. Just,
Is he?
he's redhead. I don't know.
German, English?
Yeah. He's Scandinavian.
He's down. I'm Scandinavian.
You are, yeah. Nonu and me and you are all Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's big Italian.
Yeah, Billy too.
And Uncle Mike.
And Uncle Mike.
It's Italian.
Yep, he's Italian too. You know how we know? Because we all love pasta.
Yeah, because y'all.
My kids must all be Italian.
I know a lot of Italians.
I'm about to give up.
Yeah, probably should have just bought a
Pretty close.
Another alternative is they're in separate bedrooms for now, till Billy's like, I don't know, 1.5 or 2, and sleeping through the night and like a better sleeper. And then when we have another baby, this will be the baby's room, and Billy and Leo will share a room.
Yes, that's a great idea. Maybe the new baby will be a girl, and then she'll just get her own room.
I thought you were gonna say, what, another baby? No.
I want 7 more babies.
Well,
Trying to make a full basketball team. 2 on the bench.
well, they're all gonna be boys, so
Joel's the
you're probably
assistant coach.
yeah, Joel, exactly.
Joel's the offensive coordinator. Just kidding. I know everyone's like mad because they're like, how would you put Allie through that? Allie would never have 7 babies.
Yeah.
It would just not happen. And I'd be like 60, so not doing that either. Yeah, I think we will have a third, and this will probably be the third's bedroom. And hopefully it's a girl. It'd be cool to have a girl.
With our luck, it'll be another boy. And then maybe we try for a fourth, because we're like, hey, it's got to be a girl this time. And then that'll be a boy. And we'll end up with a bunch of little boys.
Then we'll actually have a basketball team.
There you go.
Just gotta wait until they're all as old as Joel. We officially have...
Oh.
We officially have all the doors mounted, all of the jams. This door is gonna get a special Frankenstein hidden bookcase door.
Very
where you
cool.
walk up and you pull the book that says, don't read this book, and you pull it and it opens. It's gonna be really cool.
Until the kids start messing with it.
No, they won't know what book it is.
Oh, smart.
There'll be like a bunch of iPads, and then there'll be a book, and they'll never touch the book. So they'll never know how to get in there.
That's funny.
But yeah, basically that is going to be after the floor and everything else is in, then we're going to contact that company and get that thing made. So that'll be really cool when it's done. It's not going to be done for a while. But while these guys are going to finish out trimming out the back of the door in Leo's bedroom, we are going to go down here and paint these cabinets.
Good to see it, Trent. You look like a happy dog.
I am a happy dog.
Finally home. I've been gone for too long. Standing here a while just to take it all in. Radio's playing our song. And then you stood there smiling at me as so many times before. I'll never wanna be away, leave you again. You are all I want and more. It's true.
All right, we got 2 solid coats of paint on the wall that needed to be touched up that had some mud, and then our cabinets here as well. The cabinets were bare wood, and although this is a paint and primer combo, 2 coats is almost definitely not going to do it. So we're gonna wait until this dries. My guess is this probably needs 3 or 4 coats, and we're gonna let it dry around the fireplace and the baseboard before we take the trim off a little bit more. And then the tape off of the trim, excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some more paint in here, and I'm gonna go paint the wall in Leo's room because it is all sanded and done and ready.
Cool.
I'll be with you. It's true.
The good news is the ceiling is getting painted right after this, and then the trim is getting painted right after that, so I don't have to mask anything off for this part.
Baby, how I need your loving from you. Baby, how I need your loving from you. Baby, how I need your loving from you.
What a nice crisp line you have.
Mama,
Yeah.
I like it.
Me too.
That one turned out good.
Gorgeous.
Mostly because I caulked the gap, and then before the caulk was like completely dry, it was like mostly dry. Then I put the tape on, so I think the tape like adhered to the wet caulk, and yeah, gave me a nice crisp line.
Wow, it looks amazing in here. It looks so big.
This is a big room.
Wow.
Maybe you can share it with Billy.
Maybe Leo can share it with Billy.
Allie's in here, and I was saying just a second ago, I was like, you know what, these lights look a little bit dirty. And so she got up here and started cleaning these pendant lights, which led to...
Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. This grate is disgusting.
Yeah. So we decided when we built this house, or we opted to not have like a downdraft vent. The only other option is to have like a range hood that like drops down from the ceiling and is mounted, you know, like right above the stove. And the problem with that is then it blocks your whole view of the island. So if you're cooking or standing here, you've got to like look around it to talk to people sitting at the bar and stuff like that. It was just going to be not a cool situation. So we decided to put the range hood, an externally mounted fan that goes on the outside of the house, and it actually sucks and pulls air through this vent, this register right here.
You can tell it works because of how disgusting it gets. Pulls up all the grease and fumes from cooking, and it gets all trapped in there.
Yeah, it's really gross. And we've probably never cleaned it. So now Allie just got up there and it's looking brand new, baby. And these pendants were also really gross because they also get cooking grease and stuff on them, but then they get all the dust and everything else from the rest of the house lands on there, and it was just like...
Damage control on this water leak is well underway.
Allie got it cleaned up. And I think this is probably where we're gonna let you guys go for this video because we have made a ton of progress. We got the wall painted in the bedroom. We got the face frames painted on the cabinets. I ordered the doors. They're gonna be here in like a week or 2 weeks or something like that. So pretty soon, we're gonna have this living room actually completely finished, but.
And Leo's room is next.
Yeah, Leo's room is next. And hopefully we'll be able to get carpet like soon so we can start like fitting those rooms out. It's gonna be really exciting.
I know.
But if you guys enjoyed coming along on today's adventure, make sure you show us by giving us a big thumbs up on today's video. Consider subscribing to our channel if you haven't already.
Thank you guys. We love you.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Adios.